My name is Ginny. I'm the Director of Health Sciences Ministry, and I'll be sharing a brief reflection today, this Tuesday of Holy Week. The Gospel today comes from the Gospel writer Matthew. It's an excerpt we also heard from the Passion of the Gospel of John, read on Palm Sunday. One piece in particular which stood out for me is Peter's fear that he would betray Jesus. Jesus calms Peter's fear about betrayal, but he also tells Peter that Peter will deny knowing Jesus, and 3 times at that. What stands out for me in this moment is fear. Peter is afraid. He cannot fathom the horrible circumstances that would make him deny knowing his friend. This would be inconsistent with the value of their friendship, but also inconsistent with Peter's knowledge of himself. Peter's afraid of the unknown and how he might respond. But we learn an important message from Peter's fear. Peter's fear, and ultimately his denial of knowing Jesus, is part of his humanity. It's something to be explored, not something to be hidden. Peter's fear encourages us to ask, what are we afraid of? What can our fear teach us about our own humanity, about our relationships with others, with God? These days, fear is easy to come by. Fear of illness, financial insecurity, having access to what we need, fear of losing those we love, or perhaps we've already experienced loss and we fear losing even more. Maybe we fear how long we'll have to live like this. We fear the pace of our rapidly changing world. So much feels unknown, out of control. But we work to find some bit of control to counter this fear, tracking daily cases, deaths, projected cases by state, or maybe that's just me. We're desperate to find footing amidst the fear the virus stirs in us. In large part, this fear we hold is a tremendous fear of the unknown. It's okay to be afraid. In fact, it's part of being human. But as we identify fear at work, in ourselves, in our relationships, in our communities, in our world, let's not allow fear to turn us inward, to become all-consuming, paralyzing, destructive, to lead us away from who we are, and away from the promise of hope and goodness that God extends to each of us and to our world. My hope for us is that we explore this fear further, that we embrace this fear as part of our humanity, and we understand that fear can also lead to ultimately deepening who we are within ourselves and within our relationships. And to circle back to Peter for a minute, Peter did deny knowing Jesus. Jesus died, but then Jesus rose. Peter became the shepherd of the Christian faith and church in Jesus' memory. But I'll save the salvation and ecclesiology reflections for later. The human journey is not without struggle, and deep struggle at that. But the promise of hope and relationship of God remains an offer extended to us. Our fear, our struggle, and even our failure can lead to fruits unimaginable in and through God. Know that I'm thinking of you, praying for you and with you during these times, and this week in particular. Stay well. I wish you a blessed Holy Week, and to our Jewish brothers and sisters, a blessed and holy Passover in these coming days. Reach out for anything at all. Take care.